Hey, it's part two. This happened to April. Happened to what's the name show? Did it had the same issue this morning? I think.
Who's that?
Yeah, Deb's show actually
Oh yeah, it did. I was watching. I was listening to it while I was driving, and her stream ended, and I had to catch the new one.
cut out in the middle of the thing. But hey, everybody, we're back. I don't know what happened. It just came up error message, blah blah blah, and it threw us out. But that was crazy. But we're back. But I forgot even what we were talking about at this point now.
I was in the middle of saying something.
Who remembers what Lonnie was talking about?
I don't know. I have no idea. It was real important, I'm sure.
Oh boy!
Right in the middle of saying something. I can't remember. Totally blank. Well, we're almost at 100 now, so they're all getting back in.
I don't even know if I'm in the right chat. Is this the right chat? I gotta open the chat. I gotta find the window. All right.
I'll put it in your. I'll put it in our chat there. It's a live chat link.
All right, there we go.
Talking about fake beats, Dan S says. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
Takes on.
yeah, like a month ago, Let Go. Every time I'd log in, it would have like 100 fake beats. People would just have them stacked up, you know. And now hardly any. So I'm guessing they cracked down on that stuff. And I actually bought a pair of beats like 3 years ago. And I sold them on eBay like a year ago, and they got pulled down like within probably 3 minutes. They were fake the whole time. I didn't even know it.
Oh, really?
So,
I bought a bunch. It was probably like 3 or 4 years ago. We got them at Marshall's, and we sold them on Amazon. And then I think it was Amazon. I could have sold them on eBay. Everything kind of blends in together when it's new in a box.
right.
But I know you can't sell them anymore. Now that everything is restricted on Amazon.
Oh, that's why I got off, man. Whenever I bought all the Lego sets, I started trying to list them. Restricted. I got pissed off, and I went on the computer. I recalled, I didn't have that much, like maybe 300 items. I recalled every last item right there on the spot. I got pissed. So I haven't sold anything on Amazon since.
Cincinnati Picker is saying, how can you tell the difference
I don't know.
the real from the fake?
They had me fooled because I had the really nice box with the little magnetic closure and all that. You know, I guess just overall general quality. But yeah, I didn't know.
I seen some at a estate sale not too long ago, and I was hesitant to pick them up. They probably were real, but because of just the house, it was like a $1.5 million house, and but I still didn't want to waste the money because I can't tell. And if something, I've been burned. I have a few Montclair puffer jackets that are not real that I found out after I picked them up, and I dumped some money into those.
I stay away from that. I stay away from a lot of brands just for that reason. Like sunglasses, I'm scared to death of sunglasses because they fake the hell out of some Ray-Bans and some what's that like sports type?
Oh, Oakley.
Yeah, Oakley. Oakley gets fake like crazy too. So I stay away from that stuff.
Well, we bought from a lady, and this was crazy. We bought a pair of like Louis Vuitton sunglasses and some other high-end stuff in a Louis Vuitton bag. And I spent some good money. I spent like $250 with this lady. And we sold the purse. We actually sold the purse on Christmas Day for like $600 or $550. But 2 of the pairs of sunglasses were real and one of them was fake. I found out later from doing like research on them and looking them up by the model numbers. Because the 2 of them, the model numbers worked out correctly. But then the other one was sending us to some Chinese, like, everything comes up as Chinese in Google. And I was like, Oh, I was like, that's not good.
I tell you one thing that I do to kind of help authenticate things is like, unless I'm at a thrift store, right? You can't really do this, but like if you're at a yard sale, a garage sale, or an estate sale, and you see something that's like super valuable, like Louis Vuitton, and you look around and all the other stuff is like faded glory and just crap, it's not real. You know, they're not going to.
I do agree with you on that. I mean, we've been fortunate enough to go to a lot of yard sales here that are higher end estate sales, and we've come across like seeing what real bags are. And you touch them, you look at them, you kind of get a real good idea.
Right.
There's a huge difference between a real one and a fake one.
Yeah.
A lot of time you can tell just by the stitching and the way the pattern lines up. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody is finding a real Louis Vuitton bag at a thrift store.
Nope.
It's very. I mean, I know some people. I know a lady that's found a few nice designer purses, but to be really honest, the percentage is, I mean, 1 in 1,000 maybe. I mean, those purses are given away for like $20 at every damn flea market in America and yard sales, and they were hot like what 10 years ago. Those fake bags.
Oh yeah. And my wife went to New York City about a year and a half ago, and they went down to. You're probably more familiar with it than I am, but because I've never been. But they went down to some district, some street,
Canal Street.
You buy a purse, and they ask you what brand you want the purse to be, and then they just brand it for you right there, whatever you want. Michael Kors, Gucci, whatever it is you want, they'll just brand it right there on the spot.
When me and Chad were in Florida, went to a flea market, they were printing up the Disney shirts right inside the flea market.
Right.
Unbranded, right on Fruit of the Loom t-shirts with the pig. It was funny. Well, like, you think they would be in there, like, trying to crack down on that, like, in 2 minutes being right there at Disney, but they don't care. Everything in the whole flea market was fake. So it was like, huh, that's crazy. But no rum and Coke tonight?
I got it right here.
Oh. What am I, the only one not drinking? I have rum and not too much Coke.
Well, go make you a drink, man. Relax.
It would be straight rum at this point. Rum and water.
I guess you can drink rum on the rocks. I've never done it. I've always mixed it with something. But
it's a little too strong. My old wife's father is a rum drinker, and he thinks rum fixes all illnesses. You have a cold, take a sip of rum. It's too much. Straight, I can't do it. But what were your dogs barking at, Mr. Chad?
I don't know, man. Kim's over at Logan and Katie's seeing Addie, and the dogs are going bananas, and I don't know what it is, so I had to walk around the house. And
you went into cop mode, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's out there with a big flashlight. Who's out here?
I can see him going around the corners like.
Sorry about before, guys. I don't know what happened there where we got kicked off, but it came up an error. It just like dropped the screen and it came up an error. And then I was able to get back into the hangout, but I seen Chad, and then Chad dropped out. Then I came back in. It was like, oh, hello? It's saying I was live, but
yeah,
it was really weird. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's been acting sketchy because Debs went haywire this afternoon.
they're censoring us. That's all there is to it. Let's see. Hello. Are you guys gone again?
No, right here.
Oh, okay. We got quiet.
Oh no, I got too many windows open. I'm trying to not close them, but just trying to get organized better because it was popping up messages on the other side, and I didn't know where they were coming from. It took me a minute to figure it out.
So Ronnie, do you do the let go thing where you're
You know
at?
what? I look at it and I don't really ever see much of anything of interest. For the longest time, I was trying to make a deal with a guy for a bunch of Ducati motorcycle parts. They were like brand new, and I was trying to pick out the value. I knew there was some value because it was like a fender and some seats and some other, things. And from what I could see, that there was money there. But I could never really get a hold of the guy. I mean, we were going over it for like a month. I was supposed to meet him. Then I'm waiting 5 minutes, and he said he can't make it up. So it was like, okay, it was like, whatever. Time to move on. From worrying about I said that right? Ducati?
Ducati? Is it Ducati? Is that what you're talking about?
Ducati.
Ducati makes sport bikes, I think.
Yeah, that's what
really
it was.
Nice ones, high end,
Yeah, I think it was from a Monster or something. The name of the bike was something to that point.
Did you already kind of cut a deal, or you told him you wanted to go look at the stuff first, or?
No, I cut him a deal because a lot of it was supposed to be like new old stock or stuff that came off of bike that he upgraded to. And from the pictures, they all looked, like brand new pieces. So I wasn't really concerned with that. It was just trying to meet up with this guy and send him a message, and he replied to you like 5 days later.
Yeah.
Every time.
That happens sometimes. I mean, I would say probably about 20% of the people I message never reply, especially if like the listing is like a month old. A lot of times they might have uninstalled the app by that point, It might not even be on their phone. So
yeah, I was, when I was back home in New York, I was looking on there one time when we were in New York, and I was going through, and very quickly I got to like 3 years. This stuff was on there. I mean, there was not much stuff in that area for sale. It was like, oh, that was quick. It was literally, a few hundred items that I was already at the end.
Well, Chad, how do you do it? Do you because I've actually developed a list of keywords that I search for every day. Every morning when I wake up and I'm having my coffee, I have certain things that I look for. I don't really spend a whole lot of time scanning through the whole thing. I just look for those keywords. You do the same thing?
I do a keyword search like you're talking about, but the list is up here, and
right.
I add new things as I learn new things.
Yep.
But Kim is the one that she will really, I mean, when I get bored, I'll sit there, and I'll scan or something like that. If I go out to eat, because Kim doesn't like the fatty foods of Waffle House. So while I'm sitting there eating at Waffle House, I'll sit there and scan. But yeah, you're right. I think scanning is important if you want to catch the deal at the moment. But
I do scan.
Important.
I do scan. The only time I really scan, and I hate to say this on your channel, Ronnie, is when I'm in the bathroom. Sometimes I'll scan.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, right? I mean,
yeah.
I've talked about it before. That's the only time I do any adminning in the Resell Society.
Yeah, I mean, Offer Up and Let Go, these mobile apps, it's definitely, somebody brought it up earlier. They're like, yeah, it kind of sucks to sell on Offer Up and Let Go. It's a buyer's market on Offer Up and Let Go. The stuff that I post on there is stuff I want to get rid of, and people will come and take it. Or if you want to sell it really cheap, it's a great place to just move crap out of your way. But as far as getting top dollar, it ain't going to happen. So it's a buyer's market, which that's what we do.
All right, everybody. Everybody ready for the giveaway?
Somebody wanted a hint.
You get a hint when I tell you what it is.
Can't give a hint for this one, that's for sure.
Now, what are the rules?
Rules is the first person that writes it in the chat wins.
Hold on. You need to tell us what the answer is, because Lonnie and I don't know the question. So we need to be able to know the answer so we can scan.
Does it have to be spelled? Does the answer have to be spelled like verbatim correctly, or will you
I would
take a
say it
response?
has to be pretty close to what I say it is.
Okay.
And if you win this, we want to see you there. So don't, if you're like, there's no way I'm going, then don't answer the question. Give it to, let somebody win that wants to be there. Because the 2 tickets I gave away, they're coming. And so that's awesome. They really, and Lonnie's one of them.
I wasn't going to come at first. I really wasn't. I was going to tell you to, I was going to give you the ticket back, tell you to sell it or whatever, and buy yourself a round of booze or whatever you wanted. But then I
Can't
determined.
resell the ticket. Oh, sorry. I was reading
But
somebody in there.
Is this 1 or 2 tickets, Ronnie?
For both tickets, getting rid of them together.
For both tickets.
Bring your wife, bring your girlfriend,
Wow.
bring your mother, bring your daughter, bring your sister, bring whoever, bring your mistress. It doesn't matter.
You won the wrong one, Lonnie.
I know. I needed 2 tickets.
We got the bell. But
All right.
all right. This is the question. What was our most expensive clothing item we sold on eBay?
We, as in you and your wife, right?
Yes, me and Gretchen.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. If you watch our channel, this is fairly easy, I would think.
Is that good enough, Ronnie?
I'm going to say that's good enough.
That's it.
Woohoo. Who is it, Ronnie?
It is. Wait, hold on.
I see it.
Where'd it go again? Oh, yeah, there it is. Resale Junkie.
The very
Yes.
first answer. It's like it takes us forever to come up with these questions, and then the people who answer it is like, this is easy.
Somebody said Griswold pant. I don't think you're wearing that.
P-Wing. You got a lot of people watch your channel.
Yeah.
Very good. What's the story on that?
We went on a little picking trip to New Hampshire and happened to be at a Salvation Army, I think, and Gretchen found the sweater. And she knew she had something, because I always tell if you find something very different from Ralph Lauren, sometimes it can be worth money. So she wasn't really aware of how much money it was worth. It was $9, and she come over with it, and I wasn't exactly sure how much it was going to be worth. I knew it was worth some kind of money because I've seen similar ones, but it had some little like light stains from like age, because it was like a cream color. So I wasn't 100% sure, but then when I looked it up, I seen a few sell for like 700-ish. So I was like, oh, okay, this is not bad. We had it dry cleaned, listed it, and sold within 1 day. And the guy that bought it was messaging me the day before, when I just listed it, wanting to know if I would put it and take payment over 3 weeks, like layaway. I was like, dude, man, are you kidding me? So in 1 day it sold for. We paid $9, another $5 to have it dry cleaned, and we sold it for $720. Basically, where I wanted to be, what I wanted to sell. So, Resale Junkie, you can get a contact with me, email me on Gmail at Hearts Motor Company, and get in contact with you.
Wait, they say they can't go. They say, I forgot I got a wedding that weekend, so sorry, guys. They're saying give something.
Okay, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, since he won, we got okay.
What do you do with that, Ronnie?
Now I gotta think of something else.
Well, at least he's letting you know up front, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
That's a stand-up move. That's a stand-up move.
All right, so I guess I gotta have another trivia question.
Or
I'm gonna stay out of it.
Here, Ron, here.
We'll be back here. Eat some popcorn.
Do we just do the 1 to 3,000 and 300 again?
Oh my God. It's up to you, dude. It's
All right, how
up
many
to
people we
you.
have in this chat? One. All right, I'm writing down a number on a piece of paper right here, right now.
Put it in our chat so we can. Oh my gosh.
All right, whoever guesses the number 1 to 161, go.
Go 1 to 161. Okay.
Get started.
Okay.
He's way too high.
Oh man.
Oh, goodness.
We said we would never do it again this way.
We're on it.
Oh,
Lord.
bam.
Look at it. See, Coney Hatch.
It's
Coney
done.
Hatch.
Hatch win.
Coney Hatch got it. Y'all can stop. I saw
Wow.
it too.
I'm glad
It
I
started
saw-
flying, huh?
Look at that chat. Holy. Lonnie, you should have seen the chat when we did ours. It was just like that. It's like, what in the world?
No, I saw it before. Oh my God! It started accelerating like crazy. It started going. Dook, 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 dook.
Okay, stop, guys. Stop. We need to talk to Corey.
It's Coney
Or
Hatch.
Cody. Cody. Hatch. Yes.
You know, like Coney Island.
Let me put this in our
Wait, I
chat.
think I see it.
I got it. Okay.
Okay, Cody Hatch, are you up to coming?
I hope so.
Congratulations, by the way.
God, how did? Well, that was a hell of a guess. That wasn't just like a lucky guess. That was like strategic.
It's Coney Hatch.
Right. That's what I said.
Okay.
Coney Hatch.
I
Like
live
Coney
an
Hatch.
hour west of Chicago, so yes, congratulations. It's official. Get a hold of Ronnie, or are you on Facebook, Coney? Get a hold of Ronnie, me. It doesn't matter. We'll get you in the right place.
Yes, sir.
The number was 123. 123. Yes.
It was easy
Wow.
number.
And it was like right at the beginning too. What is the deal with that? Rigged.
Well, the last one took forever. The one we did with you, I was just like, all right, we have this many live viewers.
Yeah. I'll buy the tickets. Miami Reseller. Hit me up on goldenfingerpicker@gmail.com. Miami Reseller.
All right, now we got that all out of the way.
Now people quit asking you that, Ronnie. Everybody was asking you that like every time I saw you online when you giving your tickets away.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say. I wanted to get with Deb. She's in the chat. There are actually 4 tickets available for purchase right now at the resellerrally.com website.
Go, 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 go.
So, yes. Yes. There are 4 tickets available. We just put those up.
Deb, you're going to have to keep refreshing and tell us if they sell out or not.
Oh, congrats. Yeah, 123. That was one of the very first numbers posted.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like right in the beginning. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Then the chat just went.
Yes, resellerrally.com. That is the website, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is. I don't even know what to talk about. Already gave our ticket away.
Yes.
We already
yes.
talked about global shipping.
What's
Talked about what's up, offer up. Anybody using Craigslist still these days?
I love
Or too many Africans offering their guy to come in with their chest full of gold coins for your dirt bike.
I use Craigslist for garage sales. I use it for that. To
They're
identify.
saying it's sold out, Deb. If you're watching, they're saying it's sold out.
So maybe somebody bought them already, right? that possible?
Resellerrally.com says sold out. If you click on the tickets tab, it says sold out because it did say that, I know. Double check into it. Nope. Go to the buy ticket tab. It may say sold out on the front page because we were sold out, but we made a couple more available for a reason. So, yeah, click the ticket tab. And I'm not sure, there might still be, we got some more rooms slotted. I'm not sure if the rooms are still available on the from the website.
Like the
very
group rate or
possible.
whatever?
Yeah, the group rate. It should be. Group rate was good for, I don't think we sold out of those. Rooms are still available till May 17th. Hang on. Something is wrong. Okay, if you guys are wanting to get to the website, Deb's working on it right now. She is really good at fixing this stuff. So if you're interested in getting one of these 4 tickets that are available, give her a couple minutes. Keep checking back. Keep hitting refresh, and then 4 people will be able to grab a ticket.
Yes.
Okay. So, Ronnie, how you been doing, man, by yourself? I mean, me personally, if Kim was gone this long, dude, for one, I would be starving. Only because, I mean, not that I can't cook. It's just that Kim is like awesome and she takes care of me. She really, really does. And I don't mean that by she cooks all my meals and I'm just lost without her is what I'm saying.
Well,
so,
it does get a little more complicated when you're just cooking for yourself. You know, I've ate a lot of ham sandwiches.
Yeah.
I ate some roast beef though too. I did get some roast beef, not just ham. I didn't like the ham I got. I don't know what kind of ham it was. Usually ham is ham, but it's either that or I had it too long in the refrigerator. One or the other, but it did not. I did not care for it.
I can tell you one thing, Ronnie, since you've been kind of living the bachelor life there, you've been on YouTube a lot more.
Yeah. This is like, I don't know. I have time to do it. I enjoy being on here, but you know, it's kind of to the point where I just was doing this for the last 5 years and trying to think about doing something different and, you know, always trying to stay ahead of the, you know, the curve in one way or the other.
I really like your podcast idea. Like, because when I'm working and I'm watching somebody's stream, it so interrupts me that I have to look at their image. You know, if they're on the screen, I'm going to look instead of work. So I really like what you're doing with the podcast with no video whatsoever. That's good. I like that.
Well, we did a bunch of them last year and then we stopped because of just time. So actually I want to do it with just driving or sitting somewhere. You know, I've done that before because we had the GoPro. I got to figure out, I got cameras and I don't know how to use them. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to edit. I mean, I wish I could be like Bonafide Hustler or College Picker and edit videos and make all these snazzy videos, but I just can't.
Or Pete.
You know,
I don't know if Pete does his own videos or not, but they're edited pretty well.
Yeah, he does too. You know, and I just can't. I just don't know. Can't get it done.
Do not ride with Ronnie. Somebody said something about not the way Ronnie drives. I don't know what the chat's it's being said, but do not get in a car with Ronnie.
Why? Really? What's up?
Dude, what do you mean why?
What's he do?
Dude, we were down in Orlando, and you can imagine the Orlando traffic with Disney World. We were like right outside Disney World. And he goes and pulls a U-turn. I mean, the U-turns are very common in Florida, but not in bumper-to-bumper traffic and the traffic moving 40 miles an hour. But Ronnie don't care. He does have a lead foot. Ronnie does, yeah.
Well, you see that in the one video. I pass every car and flying by.
Me and Kim's holding on to the.
I haven't had a ticket in 3 years, though. I haven't had a ticket since I had the Cadillac. I've been stopped a few times, but I've gotten out of tickets. Even the last time the cop watched my YouTube channel, or his wife watched my YouTube channel, after looking at the ID and figure it out, like, hey, I think I know who this guy is.
That's funny.
I don't get into.
Chad, weren't you gonna?
I do get in a few car
sorry,
accidents,
Ronnie.
but they're never my fault. I've never been in an accident where it's been my fault, and my wife will be the first person to tell you that. I had someone make a U-turn in front of me when I had my Denali. They go right around me, go and make a U-turn. I clipped the back of their car. I was like, what was wrong with this person? And another time I was sitting at a stop sign, we got hit by a lobster truck. This 26-foot box truck hit me. I was like, ah! I seen it coming. Nowhere to go.
Wow, right on. Yes, Coney Hatch. Get a hold of Ronnie. Get a hold of me. Get a hold of Deb. One of us can get you your tickets. And congratulations. Are you going to be bringing a number two, a spouse or a friend or whoever? Or are you going to sell the second one for $1,000? What's up with all the big vehicles, Ronnie?
I like big vehicles. I resell for a living. I want to have room to put stuff in. If I was really trying to find a Sprinter van, and that's what I wanted, but the wife told me to get the Suburban. You know, I'm a truck guy, and we live in New England. I mean, the snow and ice and snow starts to fall. You don't want to be stuck in a car. Cars don't make it to, we had a Camry for a while. The Camry did not cut it in the snow. That thing would start sliding all over the place in about 2 inches of snow.
So you got a 4-wheel drive?
Yeah, I've almost always had a four-wheel. We have always had a four-wheel drive. We had the Excursion. We had an Expedition. I had the Yukon Denali. I went through cars like a year, every new car. Since I've been married to my wife, we had a Dodge Durango. Expedition, Excursion, the Denali. And the only 2 cars we've had is the Camry that we bought brand new to get rid of the Denali with the smashed front. They took that car. They were like, oh, you owe $5,000 on your truck? We'll pay it off for you. And I'm like, oh, what can I afford? Give you a brand new Camry. Okay, sounds good. And I hated the Camry, so I bought the Expedition.
Look, Coney's being propositioned in the chat there because he's not bringing his wife. So now he's got like dates that are trying to line up.
Hey, it's his
get yourself a nice little reseller lady friend.
Oh shit!
No, man, I didn't mean it like that.
Okay. No, guys, Chad don't like the F-bomb. Nobody dropped an F-bomb, did they?
I don't think so. Not on purpose.
Yeah. I've been known to do that.
The G-Wagons are not bad vehicles, the Mercedes G-Wagons, but they are small. Like, they're not big when you're inside them, and they're too boxy and too expensive. I couldn't spend, you know how much money the damn Suburban cost me, and I'm still like, I had anxiety trying to buy that truck. New cars are like I don't think I could ever spend crazy amount of money on a car. It'd be impossible. It's just, I bought something I don't know about cars, so I don't want to be fixing them. I don't want to be putting repair work on them. I want that vehicle to start every day. That vehicle has a 7-year, 120,000 mile warranty from Chevy, and as soon as that gets that 120,000 1 mile, it's getting traded in.
Yep. We're lucky. We have 5 people that live on my little street. It's a dead end street, and the guy at the end of the street is a mechanic, and he's got like a shop, like a 2-bay shop. He's got lifts and all that, and anytime we have trouble, we just bring it to him, and he fixes it for us for like dirt cheap. So Extremely lucky here.
One of my good friends is a mechanic. He's maybe a half a mile from us, but his shop is like 2 towns away. He used to fix everything at his house, so it wasn't that bad. Or he would even come to my place, like when I needed a starter for my Denali, he went there and fixed it right there in my driveway. But I gotta have trucks or a van. The van I wanted just because you could put so much stuff, like, and I love signs and stuff, and I wanted to get more into signs, and but you put down the seats in the Suburban,
Yes.
they'll fit a 9-foot by 4-foot sign. Anything over 4 foot this way though is too big. I have a sign stuck at my wife's cousin's house for like the last almost a year now. We bought it at Brimfield last year in May, and it's still sitting at his house because it won't fit in my truck.
Yeah.
We picked it up with a pickup truck, his pickup truck, and it's like, oh, next time you come to the Cape, bring it down. It's like a year later, it's still sitting at his house.
We've got a Dodge Caravan, and it's awesome, dude, because it's got like 2 rows of seats, but they all either one row will fold down, the other row comes out, and you just got a huge open bay that you could just pile whatever you want to in there. So I mean, it's pretty good. And we've got I think like an 8-foot little trailer also that if I really have something big.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I'm gonna probably trade my Suburban in by the end of the year and getting a pickup truck, going for like a 3,500 diesel. Hopefully, I might do it sooner either. I mean, I got into my truck at a very good price because I paid like 12 grand under sticker, and it was brand new. So I mean, if I have to get rid of it short term, I'm gonna be safe.
But you used to sell cars for a living, right? So I mean,
Yeah, that's why you go at the end of the year to buy a car.
right.
You'll find and make some deals. I mean, the 2 new cars I've bought, I've gotten for at least like 25% off the sticker price. I mean, they're too expensive, so you really have to do work. I want a new car, but I don't want to pay for a new car. And the same thing, I never bought like a new car with like the full loaded package. It's like, for what? Gonna pay 18 grand more for leather seats and a sunroof? Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't need it.
Last car we bought was like a program car, like a X rental thing or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how well that's going to do, but at least you're not getting screwed right off the lot like you would be with a brand new car.
I mean, demo cars. I mean, that's basically what they are. It's usually driven by an employee of the the dealership. They'll drive a car for a few weeks. They'll put a little bit of mileage on it, and they sell it. It's basically a brand new car for the most part, most of the time.
Right.
I bought rental cars before. Never a good idea to buy an X rental car. People beat on rental cars.
They do, but they are maintained well. They do have all their scheduled maintenance done and all that. So
that is true. But I'm one of those people. I got to rent a car. And it's like, hey! Chad drives a smart car. He drives a small Jeep. He does it. He has what I call it a chick car.
What does he drive, Ronnie? Is it like a Wrangler or something, or is it?
No, it's like a Compass or the other one, the Liberty.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those two. I forget because it's been so while since I've seen his car, but I could easily fit it in the back of my truck, I think.
You call that a chick car?
It's it's a girl's SUV technically, I think. Actually, you see more women driving the bigger vehicles than the men. Every time I see like a Hummer H2, it's a girl getting out of the truck, and it's like, what are you doing? Or the soccer moms with the real big Suburbans or Yukons.
Right.
Or the Cadillac trucks. That was one. We looked at a Cadillac truck. The 4-door, the big Cadillac trucks, the long ones, like the Suburban, is $95,000.
With Escalade.
Yeah, the Escalade. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, because I like them, because when we went to New York, you've seen them everywhere in New York City. And I was just like, oh, I'm curious on what they cost new. I did not think there was going to be such a gap Actually, I didn't even know how much a Suburban cost new until I realized. I was like, oh boy, that's a lot of money too. But
Where is Chad, by the way?
I don't know. He's still outside looking. He's looking for the dogs.
I wonder if we should call him some backup. Oh, look, Heart Pickers found a lot of 8 Briar horses. Oh, I never. I'm not going to read that.
I have a friend who actually has I'm gonna go by and see him probably this week. What's today? Wednesday? Maybe this week or next week. He has a
Tuesday.
dealership and he has an orange Lamborghini.
Oh wow!
I seen. I don't know what. I have an idea. I think it's a Gallardo or whatever it is, but I'm not sure. It might be something even nicer. But I'm like, I gotta see that car. But those cars are not for me, like whatsoever. I'm not a sports car kind of guy. I'd rather have a big truck than anything.
So, are you gonna try and drive it?
Hell no.
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 Oh, dude.
I'm a big boy. I wouldn't.
You don't think you can fit in it?
I don't think. I mean, even on any of those cars are not comfortable.
I probably wouldn't fit in.
They're like on the ground. You ever try getting in one of those?
No, I don't know anybody with one. If I did, I would drive the damn thing. I promise you that.
I took a ride in a Corvette one time, and it was a tight fit, and it was small, and you know what I mean. I mean, they sit so low. That's what I don't like about a car. I mean, I like a truck because you sit higher. When I had the Excursion, I mean, I could look over everybody's car and kind of like look on top and like, oh, what are you doing down there? I think it was huge.
Flip Flop says, Ronnie, check out a Miata.
My brother had a Miata. Those things are not. I couldn't do with any of those cars. Just, I mean, I had a guy I used to work with. He used to have a little MG, another little car. I just have no desire to be in some little small car, you know.
Somebody else saying something about the Briar horses. And I tell you what, man, I do the same thing Chad does, or Chad did there. I'll take a shot. I don't care. You know, like for not a lot of money, like we're not talking 500. Well, actually I did that. But I did that with the filters, didn't I? That was about $500. But I'm not afraid to take chances and take shots sometimes, you know, do a little research. And I mean, do you ever do that, Ronnie? You ever step outside?
I was talking about this recently. I dropped over $2,000 on flea and tick medicine at a Walmart one time. You know, I made money. I made probably $4,000 off of that lot profit, but because initially those were selling at a really good price, but by the end it was like there was too many people on the listing. It was on Amazon, and I was fighting it out with everybody else on Amazon for you know, they dropped from like probably 40 to $23.99. I think I was getting rid of them at the end just because I wanted to get rid of them.
So was it stressful at all? Were you stressed out? I mean,
not really. You know, I think the only part that stressed me out because I wanted to put it on my American Express card to kind of float it for a month, you know, right, and get some of those sales. And instead, that card would not go through because they wanted you to call for a bigger percentage. And I was just like, nah, I don't want to. I'm already in line. I'm already holding people up. You know, I probably should have called them before to tell them I was doing the big percentage, but I didn't. You know, you learn things. You know, I had to do that once before when I bought my iMac. The same thing. Go to buy the iMac, and all of a sudden the credit card won't take it. It's like, come on, really? And that was on a Sunday, and I tried calling the bank, and of course they don't have anybody. So I had to go home and dig up some cash. Luckily, we had enough cash around me. But I mean, spend the money. I mean, but almost all the big times I've spent the money, I mean, it's always worked out. Except, like I said, the only time I really fell on my face was buying 3 freaking Montclair puffer jackets. I bought it with a bunch of other jackets for like $400, and I probably broke even by the end of it, but I was still stuck with 3 Montclair jackets that I thought I would have got $300 to probably $600 each for, that would have made it so much better. Instead, I broke even, but what are you going to do?
How long ago was that? Like, were you experienced at that point? Like,
it was about 2 years ago, probably just a little over 2 years ago. It was just after I went full time. I remember that because, anytime you make we just went to the Dominican Republic for 5 weeks, before going full time, and realized that was not the best thing to do because we blew through so much money. Didn't have any money coming in from eBay being turned off. I quit my job, so I wasn't getting a vacation pay from anybody.
yep.
And, and all of a sudden you still have to pay your household bills when you're away. So, yeah. So when I came back, it was you're trying to make money and buys a stupid decision, $400 sometimes at certain times of a month or certain times of, the years, a big hit when it's not what you want it to be. You're like, oh. Okay, that was not a good idea.
I definitely had some points when I first went full time where I was like, oh man, what have I done? I think we all had that, but
yeah, you set aside sometimes I think you just I don't know what he's trying to say, but sometimes you just you have that issue where you think it's a good idea that you make that money and you're like, shit.
You got to have, I think, a little bit of gambler in you in this business, though, because if you don't, I don't think you'll ever be willing to take the risk that's necessary to really hit it big, right? Do you agree with that, or you?
You definitely got to go in and just sometimes you go all in and you just hope it doesn't backfire. You know what I mean? We've all been there, I think. I don't have a huge amount of debt. Other than cars, really. My car, my truck, but it's good debt, I think, because I need it to get from place to place. But outside of that, I don't have a huge amount of credit card debt. I only have 2 credit cards, and one I got to pay every month, and the other's $500 balance, I think, and I don't even use it. It was only to use it for rental cars if I needed it. And I got the American Express just to the case, like I had to make big purchases and like a thing to be protected. Because PayPal doesn't protect you, so I can link that card up and have an extra protection because they're really good with that.
Well, man, with an extra month to pay, most deals you're getting floated free loans, right? And you're probably making all the money back before the bill comes due. So that's
what we used to do with Amazon. I used to put everything on that card and just pay it off when I got my payout.
Yeah.
But I just didn't have the heart for Amazon. And then, of course, Amazon kind of just flipped their trade model and, kind of changed a little bit. And it just was not my my idea.
I don't know. I don't want to say I'll never do Amazon, but because I try and keep a real open mind and I try new things all the time. But right now, eBay is just, I love the freedom, and I love the fact that I could sell anything on eBay. So I might, I see all these guys with the private label and, doing all the retail arbitrage and all that stuff. And I know they're making money. It's just it's not what I like to do right now. So
I think if I eventually, like I've talked about buying an RV possibly and traveling around, I would have to rely on Amazon a little bit more, I think. I could still do eBay, but I think my business model would probably do 50-50. But it would be hard to say, because I'm luckily I've been in there for a little while now that I'm gated. I'm ungated in a few different categories. But then again, I can't sell in a lot of other categories that would be really helpful, you know. So it is what it is. I'm not losing any sleep over it. Figure out something, but we kind of went over on minutes. So y'all are good.
I think we were waiting for Chad to get back and make sure he was still alive and okay.
Yeah, very good. Craziness going on outside, man.
Chasing the burglars down the street.
It's a great year to live in Florida.
All right, everybody. But closing words from you guys. That clown's got to go. That thing is kind of freaky.
Uh-huh.
I worked at a restaurant that the whole restaurant was clown themed, and people would walk in, see the clowns, and literally turn around and walk out. And every once in a while, you'd have like a literally grown woman, like crying in tears because somebody made them, you know, sit in there, and they're like, they'll have their back to the clowns, but they're like still like looking over their shoulder, and it's like people are feared of clowns. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, my final word is think outside the box, guys. Think outside the box.
My final word is diversify. Diversify what you sell, diversify where you source, and diversify where you sell, even though I don't follow my own advice.
Yeah.
If my eBay got shut down right now, I would be screwed, at least for a little while. So I could get back on it, but that's my final word, diversify.
I don't have a final word. I don't think. Just have fun. See you next week, everybody. Don't forget, watch me and Chad and Pete Friday night. Resell a Pulse show. See you guys later. Have a good night. Have a good
Bye.